Hey guys, what's going on? Today is going to be my final video on the What's in the Box series. And so that means we're getting close to doing the giveaway. My very next video is going to be the giveaway video. And in that giveaway, I'm going to give you this box. And in the box, I'm going to throw in a steelhead slammer spinner, and I actually hooked the steelhead just the other day on that exact spinner. I just didn't get it on video. I'm going to throw in a package of owner size 1 hooks, a storm wigglewort in the pirate color, which is red bill, blue back, silver bottom, silver body, an arrow float, 3/8 ounce, and 3/8 ounce is how much it weighs, not how much it can hold, obviously. So it's good to know, what you're casting. I like those floats a lot. Long and narrow, it's really easy for fish to drag them under. I'm going to throw in some Temu lures, whatever. I haven't had any trouble with Temu stuff, and I'm going to throw in this little box of drop shot weights, and maybe some other items that might be a surprise or whatever. But anyway, that's what's going in the giveaway. The rules for the giveaway are like the video, subscribe, and comment down below. So if you do that, you will be put into the giveaway. And I'm going to do still another video about it. But if you like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be great. I also want to throw in there for some reason, I don't know why, but my subscriber count dropped like 4 subscribers, which may not seem like a lot much, but when you're at the level that I'm at, it is a lot. And if I'm doing something you guys don't like, or if there's something you think I should improve, please just comment. Just make a comment. I don't, even if you think it's going to sound mean or whatever, I don't care. Just make a comment. It would be really nice to hear what I can do to improve these videos for you guys. I know my gear isn't the best, and my content, I'm trying. I can only do so much. I'm trying to use the best gear that I can get. It's expensive, so but I'm trying to get there, and it's for you guys. This is all for you guys. This is what I like. This is what I like to do. And then I also want to throw in that I'm going to start putting in, I'm actually going to do it, I'm not just talking about it, Amazon links to things in the bottom of my videos. And if you click on those and you purchase whatever it is on the link, I get a little commission from that. And if you could do that, that would really, really help me out. This is my whole income, and right now my income from this is 0. But I want to make an income out of this. So if you guys could help me out with that, that would be great. That would be awesome. And it's not costing you anything to hit a like or a subscribe button. So anyway, terminal tackle. Let's start with this one. This is my salmon terminal box, and this is what I keep in here. I just threw this spinner in there because it was laying around. That usually doesn't go in there. That goes in my spinner box. Over here, I've got a variety of swivels. I like all kinds. These are the ones that I use mostly for salmon, for when I'm running spinners, so they don't twist up my line. These little guys I use for drift fishing. You saw that video where I show rigging it up, and I use this to clip into the weight, which are these slinky weights, and then it free slides on my line. So I always like to have some of those. I like to have some beads. I have lots of bobber stoppers, and I reached in there and a hook got me. That was kind of painful. These thread-on ones. Last time I tried one of them little black rubber ones that I said usually don't work very good, and it actually worked really well. Slinky weights. The great thing about these slinkies is if they're too heavy, you can just trim them, take a few balls out, take a lighter, melt the end, crimp it with pliers, then you have a lighter weight. So I tend to go bigger. I am going to do a video on how to make slinky weights. I have a variety of hooks here. Most of these are 1 and 2/0. These are for when I tie these for when I'm using eggs or bait for fish. I have a bunch of split shot for when I'm doing a bobber rig, and I need just a little extra bait. I have cannonballs for dredging the bottom when I want to throw stuff out that I need right down on the bottom. What else do I have in here? As you can see, lots of beads, and things kind of get mixed up in this box. I need to get one of these fancier boxes for terminal tackle eventually, but I'm going to show you something else I've been kind of getting into using here in just a second. And then I have also these weights for bobber fishing. Your main line and bobber go up here, and then your leader down to your jig goes down to there if you're using a jig or a worm or whatever. So, and I really like those. And yeah, I still got a few left. They last a super long time. That's the nice thing about them. So, because you don't lose stuff very often with a bobber and a jig. It's one of the nice things about using that system. So that's that one. And then I started buying these terminal boxes from different places. I got this one from Amazon. This is supposed to be like a bass and panfish terminal box. Again, it's got beads. It's got hooks. It's got drop shot weights. And I've added stuff as it's started running out. And you just open it up and you flip open these little guys. And you can get in there and get to stuff. Some of the things I've added, which I will show more of in future videos. I like using these guys for rigging plastic worms Texas style. These are like a screw-in weight. Focus, focus. Not focusing, or is that just my bad eyes? I don't know. But anyway, I like to use these. And then I have the regular slip-on bullet weights. And then it's just a random hook that I got in there somehow. And then I like to use these kind of stoppers for when I'm Texas rigging. And I can show all that stuff. You guys just comment down below what you'd like to see. I'm not sure what these are for. I think that they're for, like that hole, does that go all the way? It does go all the way through. So that's for sliding rig, I guess. For sliding rigs on whatever, I could use it. I can use those. I should use those more often for bottom fishing, and for I could use those for bobber fishing, bottom fishing, drift fishing. A little package of split shot in there, and then over here I've got these guys, which are for, you put this on a hook and you can screw in a plastic lure and hook the other end of the hook in to make it weedless. I've not tried them yet. And here I have little swivels, and these are the fold over crimp kind, which are really good for spinners and stuff like that in rivers because they can't get pulled straight. And more stoppers. And then I have different size mosquito hooks. And I use these mosquito hooks for when I am wacky rigging a plastic worm or a Cinco or something like that. They work really good. And then, of course, I have drop shot weights. And I really like fishing a drop shot sometimes. So, and this box contains really a lot. It's a lot of bang for your buck. And it doesn't take much room up in your pack or in your pocket or whatever. So that's why I like that box. Anyway, and then, because I used to be a TeamView member, but I'm not anymore, because I can't stand all the 60,000 emails they give you, I ordered this box, which, what does that say on there? Placino something. Anyway, and it's also all terminal gear. And this is the one I take with me when I go trout fishing. And it's got those little slider deals, and it's got lots of split shots, and it's got little mosquito hooks, it's got weight sliders. And for this one, you pull this little deal like this, and it opens it up, and you can get at whatever. There's your sliding rigs. I should put these in my other terminal box because I'm probably using there. It's got small 2 or 3 different sizes of these Texas rig size hooks. I kind of like these small guys a lot of times for when I'm trying to drag small stuff through. And again, a whole gazillion of the bobber stoppers, little jig heads, all different sizes of weights and split shots and things like that for all different types of purposes. And then over here, more swivel stuff. It's got these nail weights for different things, for rigging different ways, for Nico rigs and stuff like that for bass fishing. And then over here is the hook department, and it's got all the way from little teeny tiny mosquito hook. I'm not sure what you'd rig on there, but small stuff to like about a 1/0 size mosquito hook with pretty heavy wire. So, and I haven't had any of this stuff fail on me. I haven't had a hook straighten out or bend or anything like that. I have had swivels. I've had issues with the swivels, this wire part bending out, but I'm not going to use them for big heavy fish anyway. I'm going to use them for trout and things like that. So unless I hook a 10-pound trout or something, I should be pretty good. It's got lots of these little barrel swivels, which are good. And it's got these kind of ring barrel swivels, are pretty good as far as barrel swivels go. And it's got these little lure clasps if you want to be a guy who doesn't want to use a swivel but wants to be able to change lures quickly. So those are for. And it's got a ton of these little eyeball beads. And I am not even sure. Yeah, these ones actually slide on. So the eyeball's looking at you. So if you want to rig an eyeball onto like a Texas rig or something like that, you can do that, which is kind of a neat idea because sometimes eyeballs can make a difference. Like I've seen really the most subtle things sometimes can make a difference in fishing. And it seems like a fairly durable box. The clasp is really good on it. It seals up pretty nice. It doesn't seem to get all mixed up if you shake it around, so that's really good too. Anyway, that's my terminal boxes. I am going to have videos coming up on how to tie yarn balls. I'm going to have videos coming up on how to make slinky leads. And if you have any other questions about any of my gear, please ask below. And please don't forget to enter into the giveaway. I'm going to do one more video. It's going to be the giveaway video. And then that's it. The series is done. Then I'm going to start a series called Gear Corner. And that's the one where I'm going to show just different ways of how I rig things, different knots that I tie, and things like that. So, all right, guys. I hope you're having a good holiday weekend. Yeah, and I'll see you around for some more content to come. So take care.